This is not good. Well, kind of. Let me break it down for you. Yesterday, we did a stream talking about the new trade agreement that is likely going to happen between America and China. As soon as markets found out that President Trump is looking bullishly at this trade deal, he mentioned today, this morning, saying that I think we'll come away with a deal from from the President Xi Jinping meeting. It looks like that this whole tariff conundrum has once again faded into a trade deal being made. The deadline is November the 1st, but I think there's going to be a trade deal before that. So as soon as markets found out that bullishness, we decided to pump on a Sunday night. Pumping on a Sunday and trying to see a breakout over the weekend is always very dangerous. So whilst we had trigger positions to get ready for a potential breakout above this pennant or the symmetrical triangle, inverse head and shoulders, I decided to, instead of going ahead with the trigger position on Bitcoin on weeks, I decided to put a limit order to buy Bitcoin cheaper and not get in a time of, pumpage over the weekend. I decided to put a limit order to buy in at the CME gap because there is now a huge CME gap that is formed on the Bitcoin price, and it's at $11,000 roughly. So I put the limit order for the CME buy-in at $11,250 over on weeks, which you can sign up to using the first link in the description down below. Now, honestly, I probably should have went ahead still with that trigger order and didn't cancel it. I updated you on the Telegram community because Bitcoin did come to our target overnight of $16,000 and ended up collecting that liquidity we said Bitcoin would do. And you also came very close to the middle of the range. Let's see if the liquidation heat map actually ends up loading it. So you took the liquidity, we said we would do that, and we came very close to the middle of the range and to the upper bound of the VWAP. So realistically, I should have went ahead with that trigger position, took profits, and then set a limit order to buy in cheaper. It is what it is. But overall, I think we are going to end up closing the CME gap, and I think it's going to be fast. So expect a correction to the $11,000 area. On the weekly time frame, an interesting thing happened. Obviously, the weekly candle close took place at 4 a.m. my time, and we ended up closing above the bull and bear market support band. So what's not good was the CME gap that we're likely going to come down to close it. But on the contrary, if we go to the weekly time frame, I'm very happy about Bitcoin ending up over 13.4 and closing back above the bull and bear market support band, because that reduces your bearish probabilities quite a bit. Benjamin Cohen posted a video this morning, and he mentioned that you can see fake outs below and above the bull and bear market support band historically for Bitcoin. This was a fake out. You were just above the bull and bear market support band for 1 week, and then you came crashing down in March of 2022. Obviously, at this point, you couldn't have reversed back into bullish territories because the Bitcoin cycles, the 4-year cycles, if you believe in them, it was over. You saw fake outs in 2019 also, but you came back below it, etc., etc. So he highlighted that fake outs on the bull and bear market support band take place. And us being below and consolidating at the 54 simple moving average, like we did all of these other times during the cycle, it just, we don't have that luxury. Based off of the 4-year cycle, we got to top out either sometime this month or sometime next month, it looks like. So Bitcoin doesn't have the luxury to drift around for 2 months, the 50 or 54 simple moving average. So hopefully now we can see that pump. And, I still have my limit long at 100.2 just in case. But obviously, overall, we've been long since $77,000. And the main concept is to ride out whatever final wave Bitcoin is going to produce. Let's see if we end up topping out in this year or if we have an extended cycle. We're going to have to analyze that and figure those things out together as time passes. But in the meantime, let's just focus on the short term. Let's have a look at the CME gap. I think it's a good buying opportunity. Therefore, I have a limit buy order to go in at the CME gap. If you want to do the same, link is down below for weeks or Pinex to get a fantastic deposit bonus for trading bots. And make sure to come by Blockchain Live Forum if you're in Dubai tomorrow. We have an awesome panel between me, me, Carl, and Da Vinci, October the 28th. That is tomorrow. So if you go to the 3 p.m. slots, I'm going to be moderating. And if you can join, we will be live streaming it here on this channel too. Carl, Da Vinci, Chris, and Andres, we're going to be talking about investor psychology. And you'll get a chance to meet us if you wish to do that. But worst case scenario, we will be streaming the panel discussion live here on this channel. So subscribe, destroy the like button for me. And with that said, I'll see you all on the Moonshow channel for the Daily Crypto Live tonight. Take care, and as always, bye-bye.